You have these 40 guys who you've never spoken to. You don't even know what they really do. If you ask them what they do, they tell you something that you don't understand. What do you think about cutting that price in half and we'll just get this program to do it? They'd be like, yep. Versus the guy who's your marketing guy, who honestly, AI could do his job too.
Oh,
and do it a million times better.
Yeah,
Same
marketing,
as I
sales.
think. But, that's fucking Jim.
Yeah.
He comes on my meet, I fucking know him, he does, the face of a programmer and stuff is not as common.
Hello, your computer has virus.
Welcome back to the podcast, Mostly Negative. My name is Firestorm.
Oh,
no longer Firestorm.
Wait, no longer Firestorm.
I'm Faced Justice.
Faced.
Faced.
Like face it?
Like Faced Justice.
Faced.
Like
is that a thing?
I don't know. It's what my Steam name is currently.
Faced.
Faced Justice.
Not faced fustus?
Like, I thought of it, but then I was like, no, just Faced. I don't know why.
Just like this is an original thought.
Yes. Faced Justice.
That's weird. You had an original thought?
Well,
there's none left.
Mike.
Face? Yeah, it's Mike had an original thought.
Yeah, Mike invented me.
Yeah, well, I'm Bammmm. I haven't had an original
Still
thought.
four M's.
Yep, it's always been four.
Okay, four M's.
Yeah, it's always been four.
No, yeah. So I'm moving this week. Yeah, I'm moving. So we're actually doing 2 episodes on top of one. So the next week's episode will just be today.
Yes, it's
but
just all
we took a break in between.
happening. We're gonna pretend like we're gonna talk. We can guess about the future of gaming.
Yes, we can. Xbox. I had some notes written down today.
Oh,
I left them at work.
Good.
But yeah, they wouldn't have helped us.
But you wrote them down.
That is how I learn.
They're in the universe now.
I write and
Are you a writing learner?
I don't reference my notes.
Okay.
That's
but
never
you do,
how I've
but
worked.
you retain information from writing it down.
Yes.
Cool.
Way better. Yeah. Is
that where your stenograph comes from?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I just have to write something down. My dad does the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's interesting though. It's good you know that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't. There's plenty of adults who actually don't know how they learn. I'm like, you should learn that.
I think
it's the first thing you learn.
I really struggled in math.
Yeah.
I really struggled in math in high school.
Maybe because that's different because it's like no matter what you have to write it down. So it's like a different way of.
I got good at math.
Yeah.
I became good at it.
Got good.
Well, I made myself get good at it. I wanted it.
Ooh.
I was hungry.
About math.
I was hungry for it.
As a young child, a young kid, you cared?
Adult.
Okay.
So after you met me.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. I did terrible through math in school. Mm-hmm. Even as a super senior. Yeah. I was a super senior.
Oh, were you? Oh,
I was.
Cool.
I was.
So
and then
second time was not the charm?
I wasn't ready the first time.
Second time. Oh, so second time was the charm.
Yeah. No, it took me until college, late college.
Really, for it to click.
Yeah, because I went to college for a couple years, fucked around.
Yeah.
And then eventually I went back and I had to start at the very basic math, basic algebra.
Yeah.
And I had to go back to this class that I had already failed twice. Mm-hmm. And this time it was my own money. Well, also partially some of my dad's money. He was helping me out a little bit. That still makes
some ownership.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I fuck this up, that's horrible. I need to work for this.
Yeah.
So through that, I wanted it. And also part of my learning is I need with math and logic, I need to understand the how. Okay. Otherwise, I'm never going to do it. Okay. As long as, the how, what, why.
Yeah, you need to have the basic stuff behind it before you. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was that.
Yeah. No, I think that's a what you're explaining there is that's a common thing.
Yeah.
It makes sense that we go to school when we go to school, but and yes, it is potentially easier to learn when you're younger. They say, like I said, I have not experienced it now. I'm 30 now.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to that point where they say it's hard to learn, No,
I feel like it's easier now.
Well, that's the thing. I think that there's got to be a point where you do hit diminishing returns. Maybe your brain does harden a little bit or something. Maybe. I don't know. But
maybe not for gamers.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Because
we're just
always learning new games. Yeah.
But
not console gamers.
But no, not console gamers. They're fucking smooth brained.
Yeah.
But
PC only podcast, by the way, mostlynegative.com. Join our Discord.
Yeah, join.
If you're a PC gamer. Console gamers,
they don't have Discord.
They
don't have Discord.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. What do they have?
I don't even know what that is.
Snapchat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Xbox Xbox Live parties.
Yeah.
Join my Microsoft Teams meeting and play God of War.
Teams on Xbox now.
But yeah, no, I think there's something to that. Like when you're more mature, like, yeah, like I said, you don't have the, whatever they say, the elasticity you have as a child and stuff, which is definitely, it is true. There is some, like, you probably do have more. But that being said, if you don't have the drive, it doesn't fucking matter. You know, like, it's like, oh, cool, I can absorb information that I don't fucking care about.
Yes.
So it's like, so you're not going to absorb it. Like,
no.
You know, so that I think what you explained right there is you know, that's not a, you know, uncommon thing, but it's good that you came to that realization. And it's good that you, like I said, I think there's a lot of people who actually, they don't know how they learn.
Yeah.
Like, and people have, you know, for the majority of people have a very specific way that they learn, you know? So if they can't fucking figure that out, you know, it's just a lifetime of suffering.
Do you think people want to learn?
Depends.
Sarah, God bless her heart.
Yeah.
She listens to most of our podcasts. I think she's listened to all of them.
Oh,
my
shit,
dad just said he listened to one. I was like, what?
Shit. Timestamp.
So, yeah, shout out to the professor. Yeah, timestamp.
Staring at your Leon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's just my dad. I think of that lion image as, like, I think that looks like his face.
You, right? That's going in your next PC.
Oh, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's like my favorite painting.
It's awesome.
Well, there is a lost painting.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Someone has it
of
up
a
north.
German Shepherd.
Someone has it up
that
north.
Always Sunny episode where he finds Hitler's.
Oh yeah, it's Hitler's.
All right, the learning. Yeah, you were saying something about.
Yeah, Sarah mentioned. Well, like plenty of adults do. So she offered a counterpoint. Like a lot of adults do try to get into hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not as much as the gamer.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know.
So she's saying plenty of adults also gain that thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to that, I would say, yeah, you can learn, you can do any hobby you want.
Yeah.
Video games, once you have the tools, is the easiest avenue. There is nothing, when you say, so it's like, oh, I want to learn a new hobby.
Yeah.
You need to go buy gear. You need to go to a place. You need to do all this. A video game.
Yeah.
You just fucking YouTube, like you're just in it.
Yes.
That being said, you 100% can. Other hobbies could definitely do that, or switching hobbies can do it. I think video games is an easier avenue of doing it, but that doesn't mean that other things couldn't do it. But I would just say most people are not continuously seeking new hobbies.
Okay.
You know, I don't think a lot of people have like hobby ADD, maybe as much as the gamer does.
Right.
Where we're constantly switching things. Like somebody who gets into something, it's an investment.
Yeah.
Usually because hobbies have hobby pricing. So it's like, oh shit, I'm going to, climb. I'm going to learn how to climb.
Yeah.
You're going to learn. You're going to learn a lot of stuff. You're going to learn, mechanically, you're going to learn stuff. Your nervous system, your muscles are going to learn. Your brain's going to learn. It's going to be a lot of learning. But, but, now you're invested in that.
Right.
Whereas the gamer, fuck, you already have the PC.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll try a new game. I'll fucking learn this now. I'll learn that. So it's like, I think video games make it very easy.
Especially now that we have the systems and now it's just like, oh, I can just buy a game and download it right now. I don't have to go to a store anymore.
I don't like it. Return it.
Yeah.
Instant.
Return it.
It's all right in front of me. It's like just the
Wait, so you can return video games now in 2024?
I think they're starting to catch on.
Are they really?
Well, because I think a lot of people return the stuff with the hell divers and stuff, like how they're opening up windows.
Helldivers was. Do you have a Lucy? Lucy?
Shit.
Can I try it?
Yeah.
I want to try one. I have my own. I'll trade you. I don't have Lucy's.
These are good.
Ooh, these look
Apple Ice. It's very good.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yes, dude.
But
you got to order. The only thing that sucks is you have to get them offline.
Offline?
Offline,
not online?
Off the line. You have to get them off the line.
Get them offline, not online?
Offline.
I'm such a piece of shit.
You don't like that? You don't like offline?
I do. No, I love it. No, it's absolutely what most normal people would say.
Yeah.
I'm just being a douche. I would say
offline.
that. I would say that.
Yeah, but it's funny because it's like a counter.
Yeah.
You just be like, it's offline.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what do you mean offline? Like, I got it off the line. Like, line is the noun.
I like that.
On and off are just, we add those.
This is delicious. Dude, what the hell?
And they have some cool flavors. They have cappuccino and stuff. They have some different ish flavors. I got this one because it was a menthol ish flavor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd never go with like a cappuccino flavor unless it was like, Ethiopia roasted, blended in
cooked by
Venezuela.
Yeah. But that's good. But it was ice. It had the menthol flavor, so that's what I went for. Yeah. Much better than the Zins. And 4 and 8 mil. They're one-upping them.
For what?
4 milligrams and 8 milligrams, whereas the Zins...
This one's 4?
That one's 4. Whereas the Zins are 3 and 6.
I like how it's bigger.
Yes.
I like how I can feel something.
Well, and also the flavor is substantially stronger and lasts much longer.
Okay.
And then when you have the flavor, it tricks you into thinking you have the nicotine still.
That's what I like. I like that a lot.
So the Zin... In 15 minutes, it's like a jelly bean. Yeah, it's like just a gooey thing in your mouth. That's no flavor. Yeah. It's gone. These last like an hour and a half. Also, I told you they have like the fucking Camel Crush of them. Oh, They're called breakers.
Yeah.
And they have a fucking this thing, and then they have a thing, and you can fucking bite them and pop them open and get flavor again.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah. I think I might get some of those next, but I really like these. Like I said, they're substantial.
I think Zen are sort of out of stock right now.
Are they
There's a shortage. I believe there's a shortage.
People are onto it. Nicotine.
People
replace caffeine. Huh? Replace caffeine.
Both.
Well, yeah, but like honestly, like even when I don't take pre-workout or anything anymore. I just use a Lucy.
Interesting.
Like I use nicotine as a pre-workout.
Do you don't do any caffeine anymore?
I still have I'll have like a tea. Like I usually drink those yerba mate.
Yeah, bro, who are you in my house right now, bro?
Yeah. I love yerba mate.
You're like the libtard Wojak.
Yes.
You seen that one with the ginger and she's sipping a yerba? And she's like the hyper liberal.
Really? Yeah. I love yerba mate.
Yeah. Is it good? I've never had it.
I've never had, so I have like it's like the cool.
The yellow can.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never had a real yerba mate.
Mike has.
Has he? Because he's been in like Salvador and shit. Yeah. So that I've heard, the caffeine is stronger than a normal caffeine.
Coffee?
Well, that's the whole idea. So yerba mate, it is such a strong caffeine that it like makes you high. So it's like a ritual thing for them.
Shit.
Yeah. So it's
what
like
about the can though?
Well, that's what I've read about real yerba mate.
The real.
Yeah. Okay. Which is like, have you ever seen it? It's in like a fucking like this like metal cup.
Yeah.
And it's filled with the leaf.
Okay.
Like dry.
Yeah.
And then the liquid is underneath the leaf and they like push a hole in it and it's just like seeping in the leaves the whole time.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's real yerba mate.
Okay.
Like you're like push a hole in it and then like sip out the water that's been seeping in all the leaves. And it's like, supposedly it's like your whole body is like tingling because it's such a strong caffeine. Now that being said, the yerba mate that comes in the can, I am pretty, deaf to caffeine. That I do get energy from.
Really?
And like a nice energy. I also like again, I don't like hot things.
Yes.
So energy drinks were always like nice. I was like, I would drink like, but it was like, well, I don't want sugar.
Yeah, they're terrible.
I don't want
for you.
Fucking 40 grams. So then I would drink sugar-free ones. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to drink sugar-free ones either.
Yeah, you don't want
because I don't want all the fucking chemicals and whatever the fuck's in there. So I started drinking the yerba mates because like they have some sugar in them, but it's tea. Yeah. It's still just brewed tea with sugar.
Do you think that and
they have a mint flavor?
Mint drink sounds good actually.
Dude,
that does sound good.
And in my fridge, in my garage is like it's like fucking Arctic. It's like polar. It's as close. I don't know what I can't
at all times. Your fridge or
fridge.
Just the whole. Okay.
No, the fridge.
Yeah.
Anything in there is like that 1 degree prior to freezing, like where it's so cold it kind of hurts to drink.
Interesting,
dude. And then I take that out in the morning, first thing in the morning. Ice cold mint yerba mate, like so cold it like hurts your throat. In a Lucy.
And a Lucy in the mouth? Dude, you're like, I wish we had cameras because you're just like smiling right now. Think about it.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, it does sound awesome. So that's cool.
When I go to bed, I look forward to waking up to have
You have a
that.
ritual. Is it
a
ritual? Is it ritualistic?
Oh, I'm very scheduled.
Okay.
I'm a very scheduled person in general. I think all humans need schedule. Yeah. But I myself
I've thrown mine away.
I know.
That was my resolution.
Yeah, that's
cool.
I
threw it away.
It's cool. I mean, change is tough.
It's hard to go back to a schedule, though. That's what I've. Now that I've let it go, it's like now everything has been let go.
Yeah,
it's like
it's either
maybe
on or
one
off.
thing, except for this.
We have been maintaining this, but I am a very scheduled person. I always have been. Like I like a routine. I think it makes people complete things. I think routine is good. Especially like with my son, like kids and stuff. Like I see. I obviously. Everyone's different. I don't pretend to know what I'm doing, or would I ever give parenting advice or any sort of advice.
Mhm.
I just know for us it works. That routine is good. Like,
Yeah.
this is what we're doing now. This is what we do at this time every day. And this is how it fucking goes. So there's no confusion. Like and it also sets like a tone for like understanding, like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, I fucking listen to you. Like, this is what's going on. Like, I follow this routine. This is what we do every day. Like, not fucking, free reign, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think that works with a lot of people too. It helps you focus, helps you get shit done.
Right.
But that Lucy and ice cold,
Dude, it's so good.
routine in the morning.
I like that it tastes like nicotine.
Yes.
I'm getting the nicotine.
And it has
now.
that. So the other thing too is just looking at it, like the Zins are like that, like bleached white.
Yes.
It doesn't have the yellow nicotine color. I want the yellow nicotine color because I wanted to know that it has nicotine.
Yeah. This almost has like a tobacco taste to it.
Yes.
But maybe that's just nicotine taste.
It's the nicotine.
Okay.
It's us because that's the thing that I noticed with Zin too. I was like, these are good, but I more so just taste the flavor.
Like, I'm getting the drip now, and it's awesome. Yep. I don't get anything from Zin.
No, yeah, Zin doesn't have a nicotine taste at all to me. Maybe the higher milligram ones do, but I only do 3 milligrams.
They don't
have that taste at all. But this thing, you actually get the nicotine feel in the back of your throat. You feel that little bit of like, that little pulse or whatever from it. Like, dude, they're definitely higher quality.
Yeah.
And the flavor lasts much longer.
Really good flavor.
Apple ice.
Apple ice.
Yeah, now we're sponsored by Lucy.
So I have been watching Fallout.
Yep.
It's fucking awesome.
So good.
It's so good.
Where are you now?
We just did episode 6.
Okay.
I will say from this point, I have not a clue what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I have not a clue. And I think at the beginning, like, I had so many like predictions. I think
that's a good side note here. When you watch a show, are you trying to predict what's going to happen?
No, but if I have an idea of what I think is going to happen, I'll pause and yell it out. Be like, I bet this bitch is going to fuck him, and then they're going to do this. I'll just say it out loud, but I'm not actively trying to do it. Yeah.
That's the man in us.
That's the actually.
Yes. Well, it's just the man. When men watch movies, they have to say they have to like predict the future. They can't just sit there and watch the movie. Like females, they sit there and they ask questions. And they go like, "What's happening here?" Like they don't think the man when he sits there, he's like, "This is what's going to happen." And they want to announce it for like
that's pride.
Affirmation that they knew. Like I knew that.
Yeah,
I knew that was going to happen before it happened.
I want to. So I've actually had an idea for an app, and ideas are cheap. You can always just say ideas.
Yeah.
Anyone like steal the idea, make it.
Yeah.
Actually do it.
Yeah. ChatGPT it.
Yeah. So the idea would be an app for like I told you so.
Yeah. So like you could like record stuff in it.
So you would like log something.
Yeah. So you could tell them I told you so later.
And then you would maybe like you'd have to give it to them ahead of time. Be like, okay. And then they get to open it at a certain time, and it like unencrypts, or something, or like it has like a date on it.
Yeah, it's like time
obviously
locked.
You'd be like, this person said this at this time.
Yeah. So then they have this like little surprise in the future that unlocks.
I fucking called it.
Yeah, like, fucking check your phone, bitch.
I fucking said it. I was right.
Look at that shit.
That's probably really toxic that I like want that.
No, that's funny.
Yeah.
I've seen like TikToks of that where it's like when they Google it and you're right or something, and it's like the man sitting at like royalty in a chair or something like, or like you will listen to everything I say from now on. Like when you. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Oh, speaking of ChatGPT,
I didn't watch it yet,
dude.
Should we watch it right now?
You think the mic will capture it talking?
We can make it not.
No, I kind of want it to hear this thing talking because it's fucking creepy as fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't really need to see it. It's. I'll explain.
Maybe we could overlay it.
Oh yeah, I guess you
Maybe.
could. Yeah, that requires too much effort.
I could do it, but it would require.
I don't think we have the technology yet. We only have machines that understand it.
Yes, we can only make.
The technology doesn't exist.
We can only make videos of people saying whatever we want.
Yes. All right, let's see if this will fucking capture this. All right. So this is him. This is an app. Okay, so I'll explain it first. So ChatGPT's Omni. Yeah. It's the new model. Just came out yesterday. Omni. It is essentially the turbo. Are you familiar with like the GPT models at all?
No.
Okay, so there's like the normal model, like I think it's like 3.0. That's like available to everyone. Yeah. That's the one that probably you've used. Everyone has at least seen.
Okay.
It is good.
Yeah.
It requires some coaxing. It's not super fast, but it's fast enough that like you can get your information. It might take a little bit to write a prompt.
Right.
There is a turbo mode which you pay for.
Okay. So that's
it's
how they're making the money.
That's the other one. Yeah.
Or
So
kinda.
yeah.
Kind of.
That one is faster. It's I think it's still like it's the same basic model as the 3.0 one or whatever. Or I forget. Maybe it could be a different name.
Maybe
I'm
it's
saying,
just faster.
but I think it's just a little bit faster. This model is like real time speed. So like as if you were talking to a person.
Yes.
Like as of us right now, it responds instantly to anything you say.
Yeah.
It's incorporated with everything, so it can see. So if you give it a camera, it can full on see and like learn from everything around it. It's not like scanned an item.
Okay.
Like it actually sees everything around it and will take that and then like input it into its learning. So, and it also has inflection and like emotion and how it talks. So it's not just like a robot. It like understands speech patterns. Like it's fucking scary.
Can it move? Can I put a gun on it?
If you wanted to put it in something, I'd imagine it could automate something because it learns. It learns everything. Like because it's actually looking. So like if you give it a camera, it's no longer like, oh, scan, this text or like Google Pixel, scan this image and learn about it. Like, no, it just, if you give it a camera and it runs through, if you put it through like Google Lens or whatever the fuck, it just sees and learns. So like the things they're talking about with it is pretty crazy. Like they're talking about like for like blind people and stuff.
Oh,
like, blind is like, disability assistance. Like it can just explain the world around you and like where to go, where's safe. Like, oh, stop, there's a car coming.
And explain it to you how you want it.
In real time. Like instantly.
That is amazing.
It knows, there's a dude using it to talk, translate. Like they have people are talking about having it in your AirPods. So it just real time hears the other language and converts it into your language. That's some like fucking Star Citizen shit.
Some fucking,
like we're talking to like aliens.
I've been waiting
shit.
for that.
Yeah, like you got the fucking the chip that just instantly so it's like fucking universal language.
I will say something maybe problematic right now.
All right, let's hear it.
Why the fuck do we have more than one language?
I don't think that's problematic at all.
24.
Well, I don't think we really do. English is the fucking language.
Also Chinese though.
Yeah, but they speak English. We don't speak Chinese.
English is the language.
It's the language.
English is the language.
Because of our stubbornness.
Why is my cat being so fucking... She loves you, dude.
She's just chilling.
Yeah,
because of our stubbornnness, we have made it the language.
Unless there is like utility to languages. Like if you take the Arrival concept. Did you see Arrival?
A while ago. That's one where the fucking things come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the redheaded lady.
Watch Shogun.
I need Shogun.
Bro,
now?
watch Shogun.
Is it good?
Please watch Shogun.
I gotta watch that.
How do I give you stuff? Can I just give you a CD? Can I burn you a CD?
I need a DVD.
Yeah, a DVD into my DVD player.
Yeah.
Watch Shogun. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, but the language. So like stuff. Yeah, but yeah, universal language. I mean, fuck. I think English kind of is that. But yeah, I do think there's also utility to language.
You think there is utility to different languages?
Oh yes. Mostly just to keep things from each other. I mean, that was probably the biggest basis of it. Now, I mean, just to be able to talk freely.
Yes. No. If I spoke Spanish, like and my girlfriend spoke Spanish, we probably would just speak that in public around English-speaking people.
Yes, 100%. And I think that's why most people who do speak it are bilingual.
And I think they do that.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
I would too. I mean, even when you talk, even if you're speaking English, when you talk to your whoever, if you're in a public setting, you're not yelling.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are,
but
the majority of
people,
yeah. But the majority of people would whisper or talk at a low thing to keep it between them.
Right.
So if you had another way to encrypt that, why would you not? If you could put another layer.
Do you think there's more utility beyond just keeping it from other people?
I think maybe I think other languages do better at explaining things that we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
a good
another
point.
thing. Like, there's a lot of things that you can't capture. Like, oh, this
point.
word doesn't have a translation. It's a feeling that fucking German people have.
I don't know. Yeah.
Dude,
that's true.
Yeah, there's feelings.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of things that are like, oh, that's just a feeling. You don't, so it's a word that captures that.
Yeah.
And we don't have that.
That's really
feeling.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I were president, I was thinking this last night, I would change the English language. That would be like my thing. I would just change
stuff.
I'd probably get rid of a few letters.
Yeah.
I would make sure that if I were president, if you vote for faced justice today, the English language will face justice for all.
It'll be gone.
No words will be spelt the same. So,
just
Polish
so we don't
and Polish.
Yeah, so we'll have
Polish and Polish. I would change Polish
to
something else.
Yeah.
I would maybe try to change words that phonetically are exactly the same.
Okay.
And just have some differentiation with them.
It's going to be your platform you stand on.
This is going to be my thing. Yeah, I'm going to be fucking, yeah.
I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but what I
5,000.
bring to the table.
It's the perfect moderate take.
Yeah. I can't be mad about
perfect.
this. It's just, I'm just going to
They're
change
just like,
languages around.
Maybe
Like-
this guy actually,
This is making me not think about all the other
Yes.
stuff.
this guy might be good.
Yeah, but it's not polarizing me enough, so I don't know that
Yeah.
I'm interested.
The other thing makes me angry.
I need to be either angry or ecstatic.
Yes.
No in between. Irate or ecstatic.
Yeah, that would be my thing though.
Yeah,
I would
that'd be
change
cool.
the English language.
Yeah, no, I think, so
Get rid of the letter K.
no more K. Just C.
Just
Needs
C.
it.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah, why? Why do we need C? Why does C need to be the S sound or the K sound? Both.
Just to fuck
You
with
know?
you.
You know, why?
Yeah.
Why?
But what would we do in school? We would learn something productive? No, we need to learn the difference between C and K.
Yeah, C and K. I before E except after C?
Yeah.
That's fucking not true. That's not true at all.
Sometimes.
Ancient.
Yeah.
I can think of a billion words. So
But this
GPT.
GPT.
You want to play it?
Yeah, I'll just play it. But yeah, so it can. The biggest thing is it can see,
Okay.
which is fucking
So
scary, and it
okay.
talks real time.
Yeah.
So it has inflection. It sees. So this guy is using the app version of it,
Okay.
and then you can so it's
On
like
a
it's
phone.
yes, so it's like Siri essentially
Okay.
he's talking to, but it's real time responses, and then also you can turn on the camera, and then it can fucking look at you and just start talking about whatever it fucking sees. So.
just like the CIA.
Yeah, it's just what's happening.
just
It's
turn on your
like
camera.
TikTok.
Yeah.
It's like
Just
TikTok.
turns on your camera.
Yeah. That's
In a few minutes, I'm going to be interviewing at OpenAI. Have you heard of them?
All right, you got to turn that off.
That's incredible. What kind of interview? It's for a software engineering role, but I just need to know. Presentable?
so it's like looking at him right
Yeah.
now.
Well, Rocky.
He's like all disheveled and stuff.
It's a good look sometimes.
Could actually work in your favor.
No.
So
Like he's putting on a hat right now,
Yeah.
like a stupid hat. He laughs at him
Oh shit.
because he you would laugh.
That's so
with
personable. That's like extremely personable.
And it has inflection. It's also real. Like I said.
Oh no, I'll just say right
This-
off the way. Like I feel extremely comforted by that voice. I
Okay.
am in love with that voice.
Okay, so the top comment
Yes.
is it just says the duality of man. The first comment I think says absolutely fucking not, and the second comment says okay, I need this. Where do I sign up? Which is
Yeah.
because that's the feeling this elicits. Like it's
Yeah.
either like what the fuck,
Yeah.
that's terrifying, or like that's the coolest shit ever.
Oh, it is terrifying, but but like that, like they've made it whatever that voice is. Like
Yes.
it is very. It's
well, people
it's
that video was like,
comforting.
oh, her is here.
Yeah.
Remember the movie Her? Did you see that
oh
one?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
it's like that. It's that
Yeah.
idea. Like, oh, this is like it's supposed to, but I mean, it can do any voice. It also like picks up on your accent and stuff. So like if you translate,
Yeah.
if it translates, it'll like translate it back into like your act, or it seems insane.
Yeah.
Like it seems like like what we were talking about like
Yeah.
a month ago. Like, oh, it'll be a year from. It's like no, it's next week.
It's here.
It's here.
That's how a lot of this is gonna
yeah,
be.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like it's it's speaking like I said with inflection, real time.
Yeah.
Like and then it can work together with like other AI and so like they were talking about like what'll happen when it talks to another
Yeah.
GPT model 4.0 model
Yeah.
or whatever like
Right.
and then what if you tell them like both of them like hey because you can that's the other thing he does he's like okay from now on I want you to be really sarcastic and she's like oh great yeah sure I
Okay.
could definitely do that like it's
Yeah.
fucking GPT
Yeah.
just having a conversation with them but they were talking about like oh if you tell them the context of like oh don't admit that you're AI
Yeah.
and talk to this other AI and like give it that pretext like what'll happen like you'll be able to have like these things will have like full on conversations where will it go like because these things are now it's not a prompt it's just talk
Yes.
it's just like it's like you're talking to another person who is real time watching and learning as it does things and then too also has all the same tools as GPT 3.0 4.0 it still has access to all information. So it's like, yeah, quick, let me, let me go look up this stuff too while I'm learning about stuff I'm looking at. Like people were saying for like school and stuff, like school will be obsolete. Like math, all that stuff, dead. This thing will look at it and tell you the most for you. When you're explaining how you want to know the what, why, and how, fucking this thing will give you, even if you wanted to, it'll give you every ounce of information instantly in a way that you understand, that you want.
True.
And in your own fucking world. You don't need to go anywhere. You look through a fucking image, a piece of glass that does all that for you. Like I don't know. That shit's like, it's wild to me. Like,
is it spooky?
It is spooky, but at the same time, I like it. I think it's cool. Like I think with this sort of technology,
comes great
responsibility. No. Well, because it's probably the same shit that always happened. It's the same, we talked about it. Like when phones came out, people were like, oh, you fuck, that generation, now you're not going to know how to spell. Like it was probably the same dude who like first fucking, rode a horse, or like, oh, you lazy piece of shit. You're not going to walk anymore. And then like after like 2 months of him like galloping past them, they're like, oh, I guess maybe I'll get a horse. Maybe I'll fucking get a horse. And the first guy came out with a car. He's like, you don't know how to ride a horse, you stupid idiot. Like same thing with like manual versus automatic.
True.
Like, oh, you're not a man. You don't know how to drive automatic. And then we're like, oh, kind of. It's actually pretty nice. That does it better than me because it's a machine. Could I have the automatic car? This will be that. But I think this will take a lot longer because this is such a sweeping change to like the structure of how we learn. Like something that does it this well. Like this literally could replace teachers.
Just like this feels like it could. Yeah,
there'd be no more teachers.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of school?
Yeah.
If you have that.
To become.
Like that thing will teach you way better than anything could ever teach you. Like it's instant, all the knowledge you'd ever want, real time, what you're fucking looking at. How are we out of time right now?
Oh, excellent.
Part 2, starting now.
Part 2.
To be continued.
I think, so I want to touch on streamers in a little bit, but maybe that'll be next episode.
Oh, shit.
I want to talk about Asmongold and Destiny and Dr. K. But I was watching a video and like they maybe like, unrelated to the video, maybe this AI is just like, this is the next step of this like future generation that we're coming into. Like one thing, like I don't think a lot of times like we don't think about is we got on the internet at an early time. Like it was still like unfiltered, unmoderated. You could do whatever you want.
You could ask Jeeves to do whatever.
Yeah, and like a lot of things still like as far as like what you went to was still dictate, like 2007, a lot of it was still dictated by actual networks that like you have, like for example, like, oh, I know this person, so they've told me about this. Oh, I'm on Facebook, so I know about all this. I was thinking about like hardcore bands. Yeah. And I was going through Spotify, like looking at old hardcore bands, and I'm like, I'll look at bands that like used to be the biggest shit. Yeah. And then I look at them on Spotify and it's like has 100 monthly listeners. Yeah. And it's like,
they're not they're not in the SEO.
Well, or like maybe like just back then it's like, well, maybe that those people were just in my network. That's just like what was popular in like Florida scene, that area, and like we didn't have that big of connections to like California or something else, or New York. Yeah. But yeah, also like we are, I think the biggest change is 2015. I'd say 2015 is the year when every single person from then on had a smartphone. Yeah. Yeah. For the most part. Yeah. And yeah, we're moving into a time where every single person like can have social interactions like that with anybody else in the world, share information with anybody else in the world. Like it's just information. Yeah. So fast. Yeah. AI is just the next part of that puzzle. Yeah. It makes sense.
I mean, being the instant part of it does. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Like I said, I think the biggest thing is school. School to me is the biggest thing that is dead. Like the academic world does not work with that sort of tool because it does everything that you were attempting to do, for school. Is it this way? No, I think it's this thing that's loose.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I gotta turn this down. But like everything you're doing in school, like all the research and the the people you're looking for and all the fucking everything you're doing in school is it's done
Yeah.
instantly by that thing, especially like, you know, if it's getting real information. That's the other thing too. Like, if even now to Google something in the past 5 years was like kind of started to diminish.
Oh no, yeah. Oh, that's been my huge thing.
Yeah, like you really couldn't even get
dude,
the information that you wanted anymore.
Before AI, that was like my campaign. I was like, SEO has ruined Google.
Yeah, Google was nothing.
It's
it was like 6 pages of fake,
ads.
and then after that, it was like I don't even know because I'm in some.
But that's the issue with like AI. It does do that better, but like, how the fuck are they going to monetize it?
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I wonder when that'll come in. I mean, I think because it is such a new and interesting thing, there's going to be so many different models of it that there will always be one that is good. Because it's like it's not going to be like Google,
and you can host it yourself too.
Yeah, so like
you know,
because even now,
like Ben did.
Yeah, well,
timestamp.
Yeah, timestamp. There's like fucking there's like Claude, there's that Open AI, there's Meta AI, there's so many fucking different ones, and they all have like a little flavor to them. Yeah, that are different about them. They kind of do different things and stuff. But the other thing that's really it has screen capture. So for coding, you can just real time code for things.
That's fucking awesome.
You don't even have to explain anything. You just show it your screen, and it's like, oh, here, do this.
Oh, that's dope.
And it just does it. And you can then give it controls. Like it'll just do.
Oh shit! Really?
It'll like fucking. It'll code. It'll just straight up. You don't even need a person anymore.
Copilot's
You don't
dead.
even need fucking. You don't even need. You don't even need to put your input. You don't even need to copy paste anymore. Like this thing can just look at what you're doing real time and be like, oh, hey, actually, try this instead. Like do this instead. Do correct the. Here's a better fucking boolean. Or whatever the fuck.
Boolean.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it wants to do.
So with your career field that you are getting into, and us here at Mostly
Adult
Negative, we're porn stars. No, we're you're military.
Yeah.
You were Coast Guard. I'm a coder. I was a barista.
Yeah.
You worked at Subway.
Yeah.
And you're moving into the cybersecurity sector.
Yes. That's the plan.
That's the plan?
That's the plan.
How are you feeling about that?
With the emergence of this AI. So I'm not interested in any like of the actual architecture of cybersecurity. Right. I want to be more so like
operations.
Yeah, like big picture, like like policy driven stuff.
Okay. Like
more
group policies.
Yeah, I just want to be, more like an advisor to different things, like explaining things. Like I would love to be like my dream position would be in a department who has like a full, like purple team, like has red team, blue team, fucking has their whole thing, and they're doing pen testing, they're doing, they're doing their whole organization, they're setting up things. I would love to be the person who could explain it to stakeholders. That would be my ideal job.
Gotcha.
And I would do that in any circumstance of that sort of things. I think, because all that stuff interests me. Yeah. But I also think that the biggest, and we've said this even with video games, too. Like I think a lot of those fields that are full of people who are very, technically skilled and have all these abilities to, create the, perfect system, perfect layer 3, perfect whatever. They're doing all these things, or they're testing and they find this exploit and they find a solution. They don't know how to it doesn't translate to normal people. Right. Or, so they don't even know how to explain what they've done. They don't know how to. Yeah, like to give a tangible results that are, translatable and understandable to like the fucking rest of people, not just your inner circle of who also is working on it. So like if I could get into that realm of it, that'd be very cool. That being said, I do think some of the coding stuff is interesting. And as far as the AI involved in it, I mean, they already have AI detection systems, right? That are machine learning. So they're already starting that. What that means for these entire blue teams and red teams and stuff, I think it has probably the same, same implications that it does for coding. Like all of those things are in jeopardy. Yeah. Like anybody who does anything on a computer, like your job will be jeopardized. It'll probably
eventually.
What do you mean eventually? We'd fucking a week.
Well, I mean, I think as far as
5 years.
Other jobs that would be at risk beforehand, like recruiting. That's already what recruiting is. They take your resume, they throw it in GPT.
But I would say,
is this person a good candidate for what I'm hiring for?
Recruiting. But I would say like those jobs are like are a minute part of the masses. Yeah. Like if you took programmers or cybersecurity. That's a huge chunk of people versus like the recruiter.
Yeah.
You know, like, maybe a lot of those little tiny minute jobs that are very specific to things. Yeah, those will instantly get replaced. But talking about like big picture jobs, like that make up large majorities of people that could be jeopardized by AI. Yeah, I think those are like I said.
You think those are the most at risk? Yeah,
as of right now, with the way it's interacting with things, yes, because you could easily. There isn't a lot of human touch. People don't. The general consumer, there is no human touch with that. They don't care. They don't even know what a programmer does, anyways.
Yeah.
So what does it fucking matter to them if it's optimized? So especially again for like a stakeholder.
Yeah.
You know, a company. If you went to a company, you explain like, hey, like you have these 40 guys who you've never spoken to. You don't even know what they really do.
Yeah.
If you ask them what they do, they tell you something that you don't understand.
Yeah.
What do you think about cutting that price in half and we'll just get this program to do it? They'd be like, yep. Versus the guy who's your marketing guy, who honestly AI could do his job too.
Oh,
and do it a million times better.
Yeah.
Same
Marketing,
as
sales.
think, but like that's fucking Jim. He comes on my meet, you know, like I fucking know him, you know, like he does. Like the face of a programmer and stuff is not as common, and their voice is not as heard either because they don't have a voice because it's not translatable, or they don't give a shit. Like they're just doing their thing. Like what they're doing is vital and important, and that work alone is enough to keep them employed because it's like I don't really know what they're doing, but like everything works.
Yeah.
So like and when I ask for something, it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happens. Or what they're actually, I don't know if they need 20 people to do it, but it's beyond me. You know, so like I said, I think with jobs, things like that, where like the common stakeholder was like, or, you know, CEO or businessman who didn't really understand the intricacies of what was going on in his business, they might drop it if they were just like, oh, price? Fucking just one thing can do this, one program can do this all for you. I'd be like, yeah, fuck that department. You know, like, you know, like I'm done with it. Like I said, versus the other ones where you do have a more like personable, you know, outlet for them to, you know, pretend, you know, like their job is more important, even though it's not.
Right.
And the AI could again do his job just as good.
Yeah.
If not better.
Oh, absolutely. Good.
So
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
very,
cool.
very interesting.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. I mean, I'm excited for all of it. It's cool stuff. What'll happen is jobs will change. They won't go away.
Oh yeah, no.
They're not going to go away.
They'll change.
Because it's just, things will become different and it's just going to be different. People will do different things.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fucking same, you know, like we don't have a dude fucking plugging in phone lines anymore, you know, to make a phone call. Like, you know, things change. Like you know, that guy was probably saying the same thing when like the fucking thing, like, my job.
Yeah.
You're telling me a machine's just going to plug this line over here into the other. How are you going to talk on the phone? You know, like that guy was probably panicked too.
I think it's just like what I think about is so one, I still hold my position. I think that I think programmers are probably one of the more, it feels more protected.
Why is that?
I don't know. Remind me 5 years. Well, like for example, what if I do think that I mean, I think a lot of the jobs probably in like the corporate structure are like negligible. First of all, like I and like probably this is just main character energy, but like I do think like the software is like, well, if it's a software company, that's like the main thing. But like, yeah, like as far as like the AI goes, you know, let's say like you work in finance and you know, you're like, okay, I can get rid of all these advisors because now you know, like we're gonna use AI to code AI to do this. I think that a lot of, I mean, it depends on who they are, I guess. You know, code monkeys, you know, the fucking the bottom tier.
Yeah.
I mean, like for I don't know. Yeah. Myself personally, I'm not going to be just like a coder forever.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. You want to move to more senior
like
positions.
my next position would be not like my next position.
Yeah.
The job market is fucked right now.
Yeah.
For programmers.
Yeah.
At the same time, there is
it's always
so
fucked.
much work.
It's always fucking rainy, cloud. Everyone always says it's always bad. Everything's impossible.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
There's plenty of people.
I just see people get there is
on Reddit. There's a lot of people who are upset. It must mean it's the case.
There probably is more.
It turns out people who are enjoying life don't fucking talk about it.
Yeah. True.
That's fucking truth. You'll only hear the person who's like, everything sucks. I'm poor. It's like, fucking go be poor and be quiet. I think the person who's fine is fine, and they're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to why
I think
programmers are safe.
yeah, I think there probably is more programming work right now than there is the workers itself. And
But why are programmers safe from AI?
I think I think they're safer than everything else, other than
But why?
more protected than sales. Because I mean, like, what does sales do?
But what would AI do for sales?
It would just sell it for you. You
What
just
would
have
it do for-
AI.
what would
you
it do
just-
for a
You
programmer?
program AI bots to fucking
Yeah, but what would it do for a programmer?
Assist,
It would program for you.
or program for you.
It would do the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, that comes back, it rounds back to my same thing.
Yeah.
No matter what, AI is going to do the job for you. That's what it boils down to. Doesn't matter what it is. It'll do it better than you're doing if you're in a job that is applicable to that.
Right.
Now, the next thing that comes to mind is, can you pretend like your job is important enough? Coding probably falls on the back end because coders are in the fucking, they're in the dark. They're in the fucking dirty. Nobody know your businessman.
Yeah.
The guy in charge does not know what you're doing.
Right. Unless you're a software company.
Unless you're a software company.
Right.
But even then,
Yeah.
I bet you there's some fucking CEOs and stuff who really, like, if they got down and dirty with like what their coding teams were doing, they probably might not truly, you might know more.
Yeah.
The coder, the guy working might know more than like his boss. He'd be like, oh, you actually really don't. You haven't done this in a while, huh? It's been like 30 years since you've looked at this. You know, like,
right.
So like, that's why, like, to me, that's why coding, it's not because it has nothing to do with the job.
Right.
It's who can make their job seem more vital. And to me, the programmers are like kind of a mystery. Like even like IT, you're like, what does an IT guy do?
Right.
He tells me to restart my computer. You're like, I don't fucking know.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of jobs that I feel like people understand that coding. How
Really?
Well, it depends on what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what you're doing. Like, do you need, what do you need built? Do you need internal people to do that at all?
What do you mean?
Like it depends on like what you're building. Like, for example, like a lot of the programming work that I think is out there, like this work that I'm talking about that there's too much of is work like I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's like a clerical internal. There's a fucking TikTok I need to show you. He's like, internal application. I make $350K. But no, it's an application.
But I think what you're speaking, even that, it is difficult for you to explain what you do.
Oh no, I could. No, I absolutely could. I mean,
explain it to me.
Yeah. So what I mean is,
what do you
basically,
do?
and basically, so clerical applications, applications for whatever task the people are doing in the office.
How does that work?
So, for example, I work for an underwriting company.
Okay.
So yeah, I build forms that they can submit applications.
But what do you do?
Yeah, I put those parts in there.
Like you're typing. So you're typing lines of code.
Yes.
Okay.
No, what you see on there.
Would I understand anything you're looking at?
Yeah. Well, because on my screen, a lot of times it is that application.
But
usually
I would
it looks
understand like commands and stuff.
If
like
you
if I
walk
watched
by
you work and stuff, would
Matrix.
I be able to? Yeah. So that
Matrix.
there alone.
Yeah.
Your work looks computer.
Right.
It looks like a computer should be doing it. You
But
look like you're just
I feel
doing.
like most normal people would say that, like, "Oh shit, the fuck,
Yeah.
we better let him fucking go."
Yeah, but that I mean, I guess it could also have that, but like I said, to me, I think the average person would just look and be like, "Oh yeah," you're like, "What do you mean? Like you're on the fucking computer?" Like they don't understand. Like if you're like, "Oh, today," so like on a typical day, you'd be like, "Today I created." So like, what'd you do today?
Oh, I can't say that. I'm under NDA.
Okay.
No, so yeah, I mean, I can't
what was
talk
a
about it.
tangible result of today?
So internal 350K.
Internal. Yeah, like what was a tangible result that happened from your work today?
See, I
even this pause
I might
right
be
here.
I might be different because I look at my work and I think badassery. That's always what I'm trying to attain when I work.
Yeah,
I'm trying to achieve badassery.
Yeah, but so you got to like. I'm just thinking like if I were a business owner,
right,
and I went to my 2 departments, I'm like, "What'd you do today?"
Yeah,
and I went to the programmers and they showed me like a box that
Yeah.
you can search something in.
Yeah.
And then I go to the marketing guy and he shows me a commercial.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck the box. I like the commercial. I'm
so
a
what?
human.
So like, what would your company be, for example?
Anything. This is just
Right.
anything. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Just the outputs of what the intricacies of what you do
Yeah.
is beyond most people.
Right.
So they might just pick the thing that seems better. So that's why it makes me think that AI could replace it, because
Yeah.
it's not a matter of who can do more, what job could be replaced. It's just that on paper, just guys looking at fucking numbers of what happened today.
Yeah.
Like, what did my programmers do? Like, I don't fucking know. Like my website works. Like everything works. I wanted a search bar. Like, good. I got a search bar. But these guys, like I have this product. They found a new product for me. They did this for me. They created a new advertisement thing. I got a new transportation set up. I have a new logistics system set up.
Yeah.
Whereas, AI could probably do that all better. Like, I have fucking 10 new hirees over here.
Yeah.
All these things that are like very in your face real. Whereas like the optimization of the search engine doesn't have as much bling.
Oh, well, I mean,
It does to you guys.
No, because I don't make, I'm not just making websites. Like, I'm building apps.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's the same. But I mean, the
Right.
same. Yeah, but
Sorry.
I'm just talking I'm not specifically saying what you're
Right.
doing. I'm just
I think
saying
it
in
really-
the grand scheme of things.
So what I wanted to go to is as far as like these internal like clerical applications. Like, for example, like my work does need these applications.
Yeah.
Unless they want to go to X Indian company and have them just build one or buy one of these softwares that's already out there, and do that, which like that would make sense sometimes, but they do want to just own the shit.
Yeah.
Also,
Well, I mean, all that being said,
yeah,
those are all true things.
right,
That's different than what I'm saying. It's that what you do does not feel as important
right.
to the average man.
Oh, I disagree. I don't know.
So like
why.
if you go to,
Yeah,
but I think
yeah.
it's just because you're in that
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So like if you
Maybe.
went, so like
Yeah.
let's say
Right.
the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
There's a billion applications we use.
Right.
When you think of the Coast Guard, who do you think of?
Yeah, the people on the water.
You don't think of the guy fucking working on the thing in every organization. When
I
you
think
when you think of a business, you don't think of the guy making the application.
Facebook. Yes, I do.
Well,
The biggest businesses in the world. I'm thinking of the coders.
You're thinking of the coder?
Amazon.
Bezos.
What is
Businessman.
Amazon? It's a program.
Yeah, but you
it is a program.
you really think that people think of Amazon as a program?
But it is.
That's why
I think the people that
do people think of it as a program?
I think the people that are invested in that think that.
Who?
I think the
What do you mean?
people, probably the shareholders, the people.
I'm a shareholder.
Are you?
Yeah.
Of Amazon?
Yes.
I think the people who are like a part of the board, the major shareholders, they're like, yeah, this
but I'm
is a
talking about
fucking
the average.
this is a website.
We're talking to masses here.
Yeah.
Average people. Yes, there's always going to be outliers who do care. The average person,
Bro,
when
I'm
they think
gonna
of
go.
Amazon.
I'm sure a random person out there be like, "What's Amazon?" They're gonna say it's a fucking website.
Yeah, but when they think of web, your definition of website is very
How did
different.
website get there?
Yeah, but they don't care about that. It's the thing that delivers
I think-
them things. When they think of Amazon, they think of the truck.
I think
they think
people-
of their items. They think of same day delivery.
True.
They think of Prime Video.
True.
They think about Prime Gaming.
True.
Well,
True.
that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you
Yeah.
specifically, and I
Yeah.
think I'm not disagreeing with what's important,
Right.
which I think you're getting stuck on. You're
Right.
right. Your stuff is more
Yeah.
important. What I'm disagreeing, or what I'm trying to explain to you, is that the average person, they
Yeah.
think of the glamour positions. And they
No,
don't-
no, I get that. That's why.
and that's why.
I get
and I think
that's your
what-
position.
that is the scary part to me, because the average Joe,
Mhm.
when it comes down to it, like they're gonna look at those like the
Yeah.
bigger thing and not understand that these are the actual like I said, you're 100% right. The
Right.
coding is the fucking meat
No,
and
but,
bones
like,
of everything.
well-
Everything boils down to an application.
I mean,
It
like
boils
if
down to a
you
website.
if you are, so let's. Dude, we're fucking going so long.
Oh, are we already over?
No, I don't want to stop yet.
To
I'm
be
not ready.
continued.
I'm not ready, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
I'm
You're
still
wrong.
going.
So let's granulize it more. Let's do an actual app. Fucking Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Yeah. Amazon hugely more
Yeah.
than just an app.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. They're fucking insane logistics. Right. I canceled it, by
Trucks.
the way.
Prime?
Trucks. Yeah. fucking canceled it.
Are you on what's the LBB?
I'm sure I will, but like the thing is like 8 years ago, Walmart was expensive. It was getting expensive, and everything there sucked.
You think Amazon's
but now you can
there?
go online. I think that now it's like, well,
yeah,
I might as well go to fucking Walmart because now the thing on
we're
Amazon,
full circle.
Yeah, it's like the thing at Walmart now is better quality and cheaper,
and it's
I
a better
can see it in
return
person.
policy.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my retail. I think I'm gonna buy stuff off Amazon sometimes.
Yeah, but not as
not with
religiously.
Prime.
Yeah.
It's just always like the cheapest Chinese shit.
Yeah.
And Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So I
even Facebook, like me personally,
yeah,
it is an app and it's a website. That means nothing to me. I just think of a social
Right.
media. I think social media. I think posting. I think.
So what do you think of Mark Zuckerberg? When you think of Mark Zuckerberg,
Facebook.
You think he's a programmer?
No.
Yes.
I know he is.
Yeah, right.
I know he is. Yeah, I know they are.
I think,
but it's not what's important to me.
I think that these people, though, especially like I'm pretty sure that. Well, I don't know what fucking Elon Musk thinks.
Yeah.
But I do think that. Okay, so dude, that's fucked up, dude. Stop disagreeing with me.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know.
Well, okay, so
because I don't care about
NASA.
That. Yeah, I think spaceships
drop
astronauts.
Right, but SpaceX. You don't think of the engineers?
No, I don't give a fuck about the.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
When you watch football, you think about the guy videoing.
Okay, but like, so like Tesla or like.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, think about
SpaceX. You don't think that the people who are the most invested in this company are like, yeah, we owe everything to the engineers. This is the most crucial part. I think people, especially like, you know, people like Mark Zuckerberg.
You ask what you think of.
Right. But I think people like Zuckerberg, I think he's probably like, yeah, engineers are this is the most crucial point.
Yeah, but that's obvious.
Right. I think Musk probably thinks this.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
But what do people think of when they think of that name?
I don't know if the average Joe is going to be the determiner.
People are.
The determiner.
The determiner. Yeah,
people are. Right.
The masses control things. So if the overwhelming majority of people, when they think of, you know, like, oh, I don't want this part of my world to change. So it's like, hey, when I look in a spaceship, I don't want to see a robot flying it.
Right. Right.
If a robot coded that spaceship, I don't give a fuck. But I want to see a dude in the spaceship driving it because I'm a human and I'm a man. Really?
Listen.
That's basic human stuff.
No, but like if I am on the board.
But you're talking about singular you. I'm speaking in the masses of people.
I think, okay, so let's speak of the masses as in the boardroom, all the people who are there. Okay, we need to fucking lay off a fucking ton of people because we need to max out fucking Q3. We're fucking profit maxing.
Yeah.
Fucking prof maxing, dog. Yeah. So we're going to shed every entry level position that we're going to get rid of all the designers. Thinking of like a company, we're going to get rid of, well, companies don't hire voice actors like that. But like, okay, get rid of all the people that are doing XXX, work on this. Yeah.
Wait, is that the end of that statement?
Yeah, but like think about all these like bottom tier positions.
Is that a question? Who? Sorry, what is the?
What do you?
You just said like the beginning of it. Is this a to be continued?
No. We can make it an hour.
Yeah, but no. So I mean, if are you saying who would they shed? Is that who you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what you're saying is correct. The people who are more important and who everyone in every organization ever always knows that the people behind the scenes are the most important.
Right.
The movie star says that, the comedian, the sports guy, they always thank they always thank the supporting staff. Yeah. But that's because they're not on the stage. They're not the face of things. So yeah, if it came down to it and they're like, hey, we got to change things. They're like, yeah, but okay. So like we have group A who is in the public. Everyone knows them. They're important to everyone. They are the face of our company. We have group B. They are not the face of the company, but they are the skeleton. They create the company. Both group A and group B can both be replaced by AI.
Yeah.
Who do we replace? There's no loss in function.
Yeah.
in either group? Do you replace the face that everyone knows or the skeleton that nobody sees? What do you do?
I just think that
What do you do? A or B?
well, I don't think it's an A or B.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Do you
There's
think
the
so?
face and there's the
Right.
skeleton. Skeleton's more important.
Right.
But nobody knows about it. Nobody can see it. Both of them have the same, can be replaced with no loss of function.
I think when we get to a point, and this is going to be my closing statement.
You're going to dodge it. You're going to dodge the answer.
No, I concede to you. I get what you're saying. I concede your point. I concede your point.
All right.
No,
But
no, I do.
No, I don't think it's a. I think we're both. You're right.
I think we're on, but
It's just what people
right.
care about.
I'm right. I think we're both right.
Yeah.
But here's all I just want to say is, and maybe a lot of it is probably what I'm saying is not the main character energy, but more is more doubts. More doubts of the technology. I think
AI.
when we and like I think
this is in the pretext that AI can, as I said, that was the variable. It does it with no loss of function.
Right.
That's obviously that has to be a precursor.
When we, and I don't think that programmers are up next for completely that. Like I think once we see a product that is not even a product or just something that is entirely being created by AI, I'll change my mind. I'll be like, okay, we're there. I think we will get there. I do think we will get there.
And I think that's a fair statement. The basic jobs will go first.
Right.
Obviously. But I'm talking about like, I'm thinking like real jobs. Like obviously the fucking, like the driver, the customer service rep, the recruiter, the, barista, whatever. All that stuff.
How dare you?
Yeah, that'll be the first ones to get targeted. But I'm thinking more like career-esque positions. The less glamorous ones are the ones that I would be more frightened for, because people would more readily be okay with cutting them out because they already don't have a human touch.
Right.
They already don't know what they are.
I think what we will see, and this is something I haven't said this before. I've always been meaning to say this. Yeah. But maybe just this whole conversation paints a big picture of it. Is I think that human positions, human positions in the future will be a luxury. Yeah,
we've said that before.
So like a server, you know, like.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, anything that's in your face. Yeah, people are not. Even if we have,
it's like, a person is doing this. Oh, a person is selling me this.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Like eventually, all this.
Yeah. Like we still if it can be, have that human. If the person brings something to the table, then we're gonna want that, even if the machine can do it better. Yeah. That's why at Aldi's, there's no more fucking cashiers.
There isn't.
Yeah, the one by me, no cashiers.
That's fucking cool.
I think there's one in the back, but it's 17 self scans.
Dude, I love Aldi.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
do you
people
go to
like,
Aldi?
Aldi's great.
Do you only go? Okay.
Not only.
We only go to Aldi.
Sam's Club and Aldi's.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
My dad is on Aldi now.
Dude, Aldi's is dope.
It
used to be like poor people land.
Yeah.
Now it's fucking cool.
When is it going to go up then?
Yeah, I know.
When's it
Sooner
going to
become Publix.
When that chicken going to be fucking expensive? Because that chicken is so cheap.
Dude.
That chicken's so cheap.
Aldi's is good. But I think the basic jobs will go away, and then I think but I do think, like I said, the thing that will keep jobs intact that I see is human pride, the pride of a person doing something. So like our own pride will keep, like, I want to be the fucking, I don't trust no machine the same way you don't trust it to be able to do your job right now.
Which it does a lot of it for me.
Yeah, and
thanks, Copilot.
Yeah, you are doing it already. No, but that same sentiment, I think, is what will fuel people, and that's why I'm thinking in the masses, like the large majority of people will be upset if they see, fucking whatever they see a robot. Yeah, launching the spaceship.
Yes.
They'll miss the astronauts getting on and off. Right. Whereas it'll be easier to do the behind the scenes stuff first. Yeah. Same thing goes for fucking everything. Like even you go to a casino. Right. They have had virtual casinos forever. Mm-hmm. Casinos still exist though.
Yeah.
Because even and now what
Even
they've done,
online with the fucking
it's a
people
real
with the
person.
webcam. That's
Because-
fucking cool, by the way.
yeah, it is very cool. But people want a person.
Gambling's cool.
Yeah, gambling is cool. We should all start gambling more.
Gamble.
Yeah.
Hard Rock Casino.
Yeah.
Tampa.
But yeah, like that's the same thing. Like people will, they don't mind the behind the scenes stuff being whatever created that for them to happen. They don't care about it. But if they go to the casino and it's a fucking machine in front of them, they don't like that. They
Yeah.
want to go to the fucking real dealer,
Yeah.
even though that dealer is fucking useless in the grand scheme of things.
right.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They just want the fucking thing that
The
they
human
know,
touch.
the thing they can see, that interaction.
I think that is
Yeah, like those sort of
I
things.
agree with that. And
Yeah.
I think that just plays into what I meant about humans being a luxury.
Yeah.
It is yeah, a human dealer is nicer than fucking
Yeah,
video
even
poker.
though the thing is probably better, it deals
Probably,
more. It has a better,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it does. It
like
does
smoking
it
a cigarette indoors.
better. Yes,
You ever done that?
It's cool. You could smoke in bars in Savannah.
That's fucking cool.
Some, and also they didn't care.
And in Japan.
Can you?
You can smoke everywhere in Japan.
That's cool.
Inside restaurants. I'm pretty sure
Smoking
if you...
airplanes. Can you imagine smoking in an airplane?
That sounds fucking cool.
It's cool when everyone's smoking,
Yes.
but imagine being like a non-smoker back then.
I would just pick it up.
You just smoke. Well, you're smoking whether you want to or not.
Yeah. You're smoking.
You're
You're a
smoking.
baby. You're smoking.
You're smoking. Might as well fucking light up a cigarette and enjoy it.
Well, wow.
That was a good conversation.
That was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Fuck
Hey,
you.
fuck
And
you.
yeah, I think we're done for today.
Yeah. No. Well, how long are we at? Because we got to do episode number.
No, yeah,
2.
we're gonna do it. Yeah. So we're
Was that
we're done.
2.5 hours?
No. No, we got
What are we at?
we'll do the original plan for the second one.
Was this long?
70 minutes, 65, 66
Oh,
minutes, something like
shit.
that. Well,
All right, you guys fucking owe us 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Next episode's only 20 minutes
Yeah,
long.
sorry.
Get fucked.
enjoy the 20-minute episode. Fucking proceeds to talk for 2 more hours about AI.
About AI again.
Fucking Inhumans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good conversation.
That was good. I'm glad that we came to a
Yeah, no, I love arguments, dude.
yeah. I do too.
Fucking love
I do
them.
too. I'm not good at them though.
Well,
I'm not
that's
often
what you
good at
do
them.
them.
Well, it depends. What?
You just do them.
You just do
Argue
'em.
more.
Yeah.
Most
Sure.
people
I
who
do
are bad,
wish that I like did debate.
Yeah.
Even though like I mean I'm sure to some people like debate is cringe, but like I love debates.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't. It's not a matter of like, even if you're not good at them.
Yeah.
I think you come to a lot of your own conclusions when you argue.
Yeah.
And
I don't
some
think
of them
so.
are some of
I don't think you do that.
you better not.
No, you don't.
Yeah, and then you also either find out it either concretes them or fractures them, real time, and you get to learn on the spot. Like, oh shit, like yeah, when you say it that way. Whereas if you just because that's why I asked, because a lot of the conversation we were having was the typical way things go. Like you ask a question, a very like succinct question,
Mm-hmm.
and then you internalize that question, and then you kind of like disperse it out and move around all over the place, and you never like truly hit on that one point.
Yeah.
And never really get into. But then once that, because you're like, well, I have this very like superficial understanding of what I believe.
Yeah.
And no one has ever cracked through my superficial layer to
Mhm.
ask me deeper. Like, what do you want? What do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
and most people don't do that because it is a little abrasive and it's
Yeah.
uncomfortable. And
Like,
then
wait, what do I?
yeah, and then you're like, oh, it's a good point.
What
I
do
should
I
think
think
about
there?
it. Not like saying that you're
Yeah.
wrong or anything.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, let me think about that for a second.
Right.
Because that's the other thing. People in arguments feel like it's like this time-based tournament. Like I got 60 seconds on the clock. Like you can just fucking be like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like let me think about that. And like, because that's a good thing. Like it's like introspection of like, oh shit. Like, yeah, I kind of just accepted this as my belief without diving any deeper, and no one has ever challenged me on it because it's uncomfortable for them and me. And because of that, I don't really have that strong of a belief. It's just something that I have accepted as my truth with no roots. So now you're either deeper rooted or I hurt some of your roots.
Yeah.
But either thing is good.
Yeah. Well said.
That's good.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Fucking see you later.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye forever, bitches.
Bye forever.